Good afternoon, folks. Derek from the Rangers Review here with your news bulletin this Tuesday, the 27th of May. I hope you're all doing well in this pretty dreary afternoon, certainly down here in Warrington, that's for sure. But some Rangers news stories doing the rounds, and we've got some breaking news, you could say, as well. If you are just tuning in at 2 p.m, Rangers have confirmed their pre-season plans. Before we get to that, a quick word for our podcast sponsors, S1 Jobs. If you're looking to hand in your transfer request, folks, head over to S1 Jobs and upload your CV today. There are thousands of jobs across Glasgow, Edinburgh and the surrounding areas. You'll find the one at S1 Jobs. Right, let's get to it. As we touched on the show this morning when I was on with Chris about Rangers pre-season plans, they have now confirmed their schedule and they'll prepare for those crucial Champions League qualifiers with a training camp at the home of English football in July. They're heading down to St George's Park in Burton-on-Trent on July the 7th. Now, prior to that, they'll take on Club Bruges in a pre-season friendly at Ibrox, Sunday, July the 6th. They could play Bruges in a Champions League playoff if Rangers are to negotiate the two qualifiers before then, so it could be a bit of a dress rehearsal, that one. Rangers will also face English Championship opposition in the form of Middlesbrough. Michael Carrick's side will head up to Govan on Saturday, July the 26th. So in between those fixtures, Rangers will go down to St George's Park for a pre-season training camp on July the 7th. So there you go, folks. Two home friendlies have been confirmed, and that training camp down at St George's Park. Still no confirmation as to James Tavernier's testimonial as yet. Now, Rangers, of course, have got those Champions League qualifiers, which will take place the second qualifying round against either Panathinaikos, Servette or SK Brann of Norway on July 22nd and 23rd. The return leg will take place the following midweek. So there you go, folks. Club Bruges on the 6th of July and Middlesbrough on the 26th of July. So weekend fixtures, those two friendlies. Moving on to other matters, of course, the managerial search continues to murmur away at this moment in time. The guy you can see on your screen, former Rangers loanee, Russell Martin, widely tipped to become the new Leicester City boss. Now, according to TalkSport, Ruud van Nistelrooy is set to be sacked, with Russell Martin set to take over. Of course, he was previously in charge of Southampton, guided them to the Premier League last season before being dismissed back in December, and he's been out of work since. He has been linked with the Rangers vacancy, but it looks like he could be heading to the Foxes, which I think would be a good move for Russell Martin. Cracking club, Leicester. They've sort of lost their way, certainly last season. I think they were a bit too quick on the trigger to get rid of Steve Cooper. They were hoping for an upturn under Ruud van Nistelrooy, and it never quite materialised. So certainly it looks like Russell Martin may be heading over there to the King Power to try and get Leicester back into the Premier League at the first time of asking. Other news last night, big congratulations to Robbie Fraser, who was part of the Livingston side, who came from a 2-goal deficit in Dingwall against Ross County to steamroller the Staggies and make sure of their return to the Scottish Premiership. County were 2-0 up and had a 3-1 aggregate lead, but Livingston pulled themselves back into it, courtesy of strikes from Lewis Smith. Danny Wilson scored, Robbie Muirhead and Tete Yengi sealed a return for the Lions to the Scottish Premiership. Robbie Fraser played the whole game, and there he is on your screen celebrating in front of those Livingston supporters. So he was on the show this morning. We raised the issue of Robbie Fraser, of course, and we discussed him yesterday, I think, as well, myself and Chris, about what his future may hold, whether he can form part of the New Look Rangers side next season, or whether he may be heading off to pastures new. I think it was important that he went and got game time, and he's done that at Livingston. So he's ended up a champion, and he'll come up. We've done the business for Davy Martindale's team. Yeah, there'll now be 3 plastic surfaces in the top flight next season. How do you feel about that, folks? Do let us know in the comments. Again, we touched on it this morning. Livingston, Falkirk, and who's the other one? Livingston, Falkirk, Kilmarnock is the other one, of course. So it's the final year that those artificial surfaces will be allowed in the Scottish Premiership. Livingston are about to relay their surface, a better artificial surface by all accounts. The Falkirk one, I think, is generally a decent one. So if they can get it up to that sort of standard, then at least it's a start, I guess, but not ideal in any way, shape or form. But well done to Robbie, also Stephen Kelly, their ex-Rangers man, who was instrumental in Livingston's win yesterday as well. So yeah, Livy back in the top flight. And if you missed it, the show this morning, folks, we did touch on Carlo Ancelotti's first press conference as Brazil boss after departing Real Madrid. His son Davide didn't team up with dad Carlo, and he confirmed that he's away speaking to a European club about a vacancy. This is what you had to say, folks. He says Davide is currently in negotiations with a European team, and it didn't seem right to bring him in. If he goes to a club, I wish him the best, and if not, he can come back to us. So it's certainly confirmation there that Davide is moving on from playing as as a coach to his father. So be sure, remember, folks, say this every time we come on, but be sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and also the website. If there is any developments as to the managerial search or anything with regards to Rangers, whether that be transfer news, takeover news, you name it, pre-season news, as we've covered here, then make sure you're subscribed to both channels and make sure you keep your eyes peeled on those social media accounts as well. But the top story, as we touched on at the top of the show, Rangers have confirmed pre-season matches at home to Club Brugge on Sunday the 6th of July and then Middlesbrough on Saturday the 26th of July. Right, we'll wrap up there. I'll be back on tomorrow. Stevie joins us on the morning briefing, 9:30 as always. We hope you can join us for that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Bye for now.